Unless you've been living under a rock, you would have heard the big news of aviation in the recent past, which was an aft plug on a 737-9 MAX fuselage operating a flight out of Seattle that flew off the aircraft. Thankfully, nobody was killed or seriously injured in the incident, although I'm sure the passengers on board were seriously shook up. In fact, some iPhones that were sucked out of the cabin and fell 13,000 feet lived to make another call. However, this incident has led to serious ramifications of Boeing and Spirit Aerosystem that manufactures the fuselages for the 737 MAX. Of course, it led to the grounding of the 737 MAX 9 fleet operated by Alaska, by United, and some other airlines that have this sort of plug door. It has not led to any serious ramifications in India as of now. However, the DGCA did ask airlines that operate the 737 MAX to institute a check. But the ramifications of this incident are not over as yet, and these will have some serious implications for Indian carriers. Keep watching this video to find out more. Today is the 12th of February 2024, and at the time of recording this video, there were 45 737 MAX aircraft on the Indian Civil Register. 23 of them belong to Akasa, 13 to Air India Express, 9 to SpiceJet, although not all of SpiceJet's 737 MAX aircraft fly due to issues with the leasing companies that are ongoing at SpiceJet seemingly forever, and 3 737 MAX aircraft that operate in India on behalf of SpiceJet that belong to Turkish charter carrier Corendon Airlines. That's not many. That is against almost 500 odd A320 family aircraft, both CEO and NEO, that operate for the likes of Air India, Vistara, and of course, the big daddy of them all, Indigo. Even though in the recent Indigo third quarter results, they notified that 70 of their aircrafts are currently grounded due to issues with Pratt& Whitney engines, 40 of them from before, and 30 of them due to the new issues with Pratt& Whitney engines. Of course, you also know that Goa collapsed and they left about a good 30 odd A320 CEO and NEO aircraft also grounded. But the problems with Boeing would mean there's going to be a shortage of aircraft for some time to come. Let me explain why. Ramifications of the Alaska door plug blowing out of the aircraft, and thankfully nobody died, even though there was a kid seated right in front who had his shirt torn off his back. The reason nobody died, I guess, is also thanks to luck, as the people who are supposed to be sitting on those seats never made the flight. Again, fortuitous completely. But the ramifications from that were manifold, starting with the fact that, of course, the 737 MAX 9 eventually was grounded for airlines to take a look at the bolts that held that plug together, and a lot of discrepancies are found. Some airlines also grounded the 737 900ER with that particular door plug. Now, the 737 MAX 9 and the 900ER have a capacity of over 212 passengers in maximum. Now, when a Boeing 737 fuselage size aircraft has so many passengers on board, it needs to have a certain number of exit doors. The 737 MAX 8 layout, which is 2 forward doors, 2 rear doors, and 4 doors over the wings, does not operate above 189 passengers. Therefore, aircraft like even the 737 MAX 8-200, which has a capacity of 200 passengers, needs to have the smaller emergency doors behind the wings. Now, as a result of that, some airlines don't want to crowd the entire plane with passengers. Thank God for that. They want to have a business class, and that business class will bring the capacity of the plane below 190 passengers, for which you can plug those doors, because the MAX 9 and the 900ER also have 4 overwing exits. So airlines like Alaska, like United, like Turkish did that. Airlines like SpiceJet that actually operates the 900ER operated with a rear door. Now, I've taken that 900ER on a flight from Goa to Kolkata many years ago, and also took the 900ER with Jet Airways that operated for Jet Connect. So Indian carriers have never had the door plug, so there's nothing to worry about regarding that door plug in India. But another ramification was that the FAA prevented Boeing from ramping up production, and this will definitely impact Indian carriers. Currently, the aircraft makes about 42 737 MAX aircraft every month. It wanted to move to 47.2 in June of 2024 and 52 and a half by December 2024 and reach its pre pandemic goal of 57.7 aircraft by October 2025. Or July 2025 was the original plan, now it's delayed to October 2025. However, the FAA has said that they will not approve Boeing's request immediately. Delay in this ramp up will adversely impact Indian carriers who have ordered a boatload of 737 MAX aircraft. Take Akasa Air, which announced an order for 150 more 737 MAX aircraft a few days after this incident. We believe this order had already been placed. They just want to announce it at the Indian Air Show, Civil Aviation Air Show, which was Wings. There was a great announcement, great for Make in India, which Airbus also showed with buying doors for the A220 family from Bangalore based company right now. Great. But these additional 150 737 MAX aircraft, coupled with the 50 more planes they're supposed to get from Boeing from the previous order of 72 plus 4 737 MAX aircraft, will make matters a bit tight. And this is in addition to the 190 737 MAX aircraft that Air India has ordered, which I believe will mainly go to Air India Express. If Boeing is delayed in ramping up, these deliveries are supposed to come until 2032. But even a month's delay, 5 aircraft less every month for all of 2024 will mean 60 aircraft less for the year. And if you cannot get the full ramp up, Boeing might be running short of 150 to 200 aircraft deliveries if they are allowed to start their ramp up on time. And there's no guarantee of that. These quality control issues at Boeing have meant that some airlines, such as United and Alaska, are sending inspectors onto the final assembly line. I do not know as yet if Indian carriers such as Air India Express and Akasa are doing that, but there are issues all over the place. In fact, it came out recently that 50 aircraft that are waiting for delivery have been found with some quality deficiencies. This is a huge, huge hit on Boeing, unable to get the aircraft in time to a booming market like India. Of course, you can argue that manufacturers often have slack that to put some orders earlier. There are also orders with leasing companies that can be adjusted, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Akasa and Air India Express's growth plans will be hurt by the problems that Boeing is facing with manufacturing. And then there is the issue of the Boeing 737 MAX 10. This was supposed to have been certified some years ago, and Boeing wanted an exemption for certain aspects of the aircraft from being certified, like the engine anti ice system. Now they've said that they will not ask for that exemption anymore. Akasa has said that there are some 737 MAX 10 aircraft in their order. Air India has not given a specific breakup, but if they have 737 MAX 10 aircraft as well as a 737 MAX 9, it could mean severe delays. And if the 737 MAX 10 does not get certified by 2026, as it's seeming likely now, who knows when that aircraft will come into play. Another really surprising aspect to the 737 MAX dilemma in India. It seems that Indigo might have some 737 MAX aircraft operating for a short while to cover the 70 aircraft it cannot fly thanks to Pratt and Whitney engine issues. We've done videos on this before, and it's only getting from bad to worse. I think it'll get a bit worse before it gets better. That's one main reason that there's no slack in the Indian system, that airfares have gone out of control. You blame the airlines, but this engine manufacturer has messed up. I spoke to somebody from Airbus India who said he has full confidence in Pratt and Whitney resolving these issues, but you never know. Now, why is Indigo operating 737 MAX aircraft? Well, they are borrowing, leasing them from Qatar Airways, which, by the way, ordered the 737 MAX aircraft when they were having their little hissy fit with Airbus. But all full circle, five airlines might operate for Indigo, could even be on those Qatar Airways routes, those code shares where people sometimes get surprised after coming off a long haul flight with Qatar and into a narrow body with no service or an oven. Anyway, do let me know if you like this video. Would you fly on a 737 MAX? I have. I flew them with Jet Airways, with SpiceJet, with Akasa, and even with Corendon. But would you fly on a 737 MAX if you knew you were flying on a 737 MAX, given all that has happened, not just this plug incident, but also the Lion Air and Ethiopian Airlines incidents in the past? Do let me know in the comments. Do like and subscribe for more such videos.